the overnight cook, which is a hard job. You come in at 10 at night, and you do all the room service orders, and you do prep for breakfast and stuff. They would crack probably 3-4 cases of eggs, and they'd put them in a china cap, and then we'd take an immersion blender and the centrifugal force would push all the eggs through. They'd no shells in there, and then it would look kind of like this. So eggs. I'm going to do a 3-egg omelet. And then here's a nice little trick for you. If you're going to do eggs that are going to sit out for a little bit, like scrambled eggs on a buffet or something, a little trick is sour cream. Sour cream. A cup per gallon is what kind of we figured out. But what that does is cream in your eggs or milk in your eggs makes it nice and fluffy. It lightens it up a little bit and gives it a little bit of dairy note. The sour cream lowers the pH of the system, and it inhibits or slows the expression of the sulfur in that green, so it doesn't look green. We learned that we did that by accident. We were like, we're out of cream. Use sour cream. We did it, and then it never turned green. So that's a little trick you can do in your hotels or something if you're serving an egg product like a scrambled egg for breakfast out in a buffet. 1 cup of sour cream for a gallon of cracked eggs, and that works out really nice. It's interesting that we found that by accident. So anyway, so for this I'm going to use just regular cream, just a little bit. And again, it just adds a dairy note and lightens it up, gives it a nice color, and softens the texture a little bit. And I'm going to add salt now.
Why are you adding salt now, Chef?
Because I want it to get inside the eggs. Okay. If I just put it on the top, it's not deep seasoned. Okay. Then another important part here is to whisk thoroughly. If I stopped right here, you can see whites and yolks in there, and that's how your omelet will look. It'll have white marks and it'll look like stringy, which is not sexy. So you want to make sure you're whisking thoroughly. Okay, so there's that. Then that's the egg mixture. Then I'm going to take a little bit of butter and I'll have it in a hot pan. These are non-stick pans, so they work great. The thing with these though is you need to make sure this is the modern Teflon coating. It's much harder than what they used to make. But if it is scratched in any way, throw them out. Not worth it. These pans are like 13, 14 bucks. You can replace them. If they have deep gouges in this coating and it flakes off and you eat it, there is a risk for a number of not fun diseases, like Alzheimer's being one of them. So, we don't want that. So, but if it's totally intact like that, there's absolutely no risk. And this is the modern Dura version of it. But if you have those at home, when you go home for Thanksgiving and they have it, chuck it. Yeah, don't use that. Okay, so, all right, we're gonna test and see if you can make an omelet now. Ready? All right, I want you to pat your head and rub your stomach.
I can't do that while we're recording. Oh wait.
There you go. Okay, so if you can do that, you can make an omelet. So congratulations. And it's the reason why. Did you do it? Well, you'll just have someone make omelets for you. There you go. We'll all make them for you. But the reason why, because you want to move, when you're making it, you want to move your pan in a linear fashion, and then this arm moves in a circular fashion. So that's the kind of the motion when you're making a French-style omelet. It's not you're lifting it up and putting it down. You want to be breaking up the curd as it's coagulating, so you have this supple, soft, much smaller curd. What that translates into in your mouth is sexy, unctuous, soft, velvety, nice, smooth mouthfeel. Okay? Now you want to see how to make one?
Yes.
Okay.
Use the whole thing.
Use the whole thing. I like what you're thinking. So I'll make you an omelet now. But the thing that, so we were making omelets for one Sunday, and then one time Sky took my spatula, and at most of the places we did these at the bar. That was a fun place to, because you had a nice table, you had a beautiful backdrop and everything. But one time Sky took my $10,000 tool because she was helping me out. I was in the weeds, and I didn't have anything. But next to me there was a container of chopsticks. And so I'm like, and my eggs are cooking, I'm like, I need to move these things. So I took the chopsticks and I started moving them. And now this is pretty much all I use to make omelets now. Because now I have a $20,000 tool. Because it's two. But it also, I noticed it broke up the curds really, really well. And it was really easy to move around with the chopsticks. I liked it better than using the rubber spat. So now I use the chopsticks for when you're making, and I actually have a pair for each of you here. You can take them home. These are signature limited edition chopsticks, HA243. If you look really close, it's ingrained in the wood in there. But you're welcome to take a pair home and have fun with them. Okay, so you want to see how to make an omelet?
Yeah.
Okay, come on over. You come over here.
Only want to see it every day.
Oh wait, I need my eggs. Sky.
I'm sorry, no, that's me. That's all me.
Okay, so 1 year, the TAs, they got me. They know I like Star Wars. I mean, my son's name is Luke, so I kind of like Star Wars. It's pretty good. So they got me these really interesting chopsticks. These are lightsaber. Lightsaber. So we're gonna do a Star Wars omelet. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this is sitting on the heat for a while, right? You want to get enough heat inside the pan so that when you're cooking, it actually has enough rebound energy to not just cool down when you add all the cold eggs. So I'm going to add the butter in there first. What's that? Are these cool? So they got my boys a pair of these too, each of them. So they're in the kitchen like clobbering each other, stabbing each other with this.
Great.
So here we have a nice hot pan. You can see the butter's melting, or maybe not. But you want the butter to melt and froth and foam, but you don't want it to get brown. Okay, we're going for a nice smooth baby's bottom.
Are you having it only like on one side?
No, I'm gonna move it around.
Oh, okay. I see.
So now we're frothing, right? So now I'm going to add the eggs. And I'm going to do it slower than I normally do, so you can actually watch it work. Otherwise, it'll only take like a minute to do this. But I got the eggs in there now. And you can actually see the eggs coagulating on the side. You can watch it as it works. So now you can, and here's the protein coagulating. You can see the yolk and the white.
I'm gonna record on you. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
So you're gonna do this.